Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Capricorn. You can have Capricorn anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Let's see here, Capricorn. This reading is for the month of January, but as you know, you can watch it anytime. It does not have to be in the month of January. It can be whenever you're called to watch it. So when I was getting into your energy, they're having me do things similar to last group of readings where I'm getting a song first, and the song that you got was Rosie by Jackson Brown. Now that song, to me, when I hear it, is about a groupie. Specifically him like being in love with a groupie, and he brings her into the group, but she gets swept off by like someone else. And there's a specific line in the song where it says, I don't know, this isn't a direct quote, I was paraphrasing, but it's like, the times I've been burned, you thought I'd have learned. So it's like a pattern, right? We're talking about patterns here. So we are going to start with the animal spirit, wild unknown spirit, animal spirit cards. That's awfully close. We'll see if it works. I don't know. Okay, so can I go ahead and get a card for Capricorn, please? Can I have a card for Capricorn? For January 2021. Sorry these are a little bit late. I've just had a lot on my plate the past couple of weeks, so I haven't had time. I'm actually recording this somewhere else besides my house. That's why it's this weird background. I also forgot my selenite wand, so I'm going to be using a pin for my pointer thing here today. I'm going to adjust this camera. Give me a second. Okay, I think that's going to be better. We'll see. Okay. Can I have one or two animal spirit cards for Capricorn, please? For Capricorn, please. One or two animal spirit cards for Capricorn, please. Okay. Let's see. I mean, maybe Rosie is a confirmation for someone. I was getting like the symbol of roses as well. I don't know if groupies are really a thing still. I assume they probably are. So maybe, I don't know if that's your lifestyle or whatnot. It's a really specific type of lifestyle, like either end of that being the band member or the actual groupie itself. But I was getting strongly, it was like about the patterns, like repeating patterns. And expecting change, even though we do the same thing over and over again. What did they say? What's that saying? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Something about madness, like, I don't know. I can't remember. Can I please have two cards, or one or two cards for Capricorn, please? All right, we got the snake. Okay, and that's interesting because we have the moth on the bottom. And so the moth is like about, it's the moth is drawn to the light, and that's that groupie energy to me. It's like it's someone who's really drawn to this certain kind of like energy, right? Like this musician type of energy, and they keep just like going back, and it's like over and over and over. It's like expecting different results, even though that moth just keeps bumping into the light over and over and over. it doesn't get anywhere, right? It just is there. So we have the snake. You know, for me, the snake is about, it's a spiritual thing. And if you see, it's like biting its own tail here. And that's like that cyclical energy. It's like the cycles. There's something about cycles. So maybe in something about your spirituality, it's like you are up against a wall. You're doing the same things over and over, trying to make things like better, but it's not getting better. And it's like almost like you're biting your own tail, but it's like you have those answers within, right? And I'm seeing this light here too, shining off of the snake with that moth energy on the bottom. But it's almost like, you know what I'm hearing is like you might be calling in the wrong kinds of people or the wrong kinds of things, because like I'm seeing this light around the snake and how this moth is like bumping into the light, right? And so it's almost like the moth is external and it just like keeps bumping up against this barrier here that's preventing it from reaching this. It's like a universal knowledge. It's spirituality, something really highly spiritual. Creative potential, I'm hearing. Connectivity, because this is like, it's almost like, it looks like the Matrix, right? Because it's a pattern. There's a pattern within you that you're not seeing, that you're holding on tightly to. And it's causing like the same kinds of people to keep coming into your life, or the same person even to keep coming into your life, that's not beneficial for you. I'm also like, you know, when you think snakes are highly spiritual, they say it's like there's a snake at the base of our spine that leads to our kundalini. It's like the dormant kundalini energy. And then once we awaken, that kundalini energy, you know, travels up our spine. It's like that snake uncoils and goes up our spine, right? Through the chakras. But I'm also hearing like a snake in the grass, like something not so healthy. I am getting that for this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start pulling some tarot for it. I might have to adjust this camera more. It's still not very... I just won't be able to see it if I do. Okay, so we're going to continue with the Druidcraft Tarot. Okay, now, can we get clarification for this snake, please, for Capricorn? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to adjust this. We'll see. I don't know. Can we get clarification for Capricorn, please? What is the message for Capricorn regarding this reading, regarding this snake energy? Capricorn. Capricorn, January. What is the message for Capricorn for January, please? Capricorn, January. What is the message for Capricorn? Okay. You have the Ace of Wands. Nice. With Death on the bottom. Okay. So this is almost like that feeling of like there's something you keep starting that's not getting anywhere, that it's almost like every time you start it you feel really, really good, really, really passionate, but then things don't pan out and then it's like you have to start all over. But there's something about it that you're not seeing. It's like with this card here, it's like there's a gap between where you are and what you want to do. And it's like you're seeing the sun, but the moon is also there. The moon is representative of, it's like not having all the details almost, I'm hearing. All you're seeing is like this bright light and it's taking over like whatever is being hidden. It's almost like there's such a glare that you can't see this gap. And it's like you're going to take the step because there's such a glare, you can't see it, and you're going to fall down the crack. But that's like almost what's happening over and over again. This could be, it could be a relationship, it could be the kind of work that you do, but I'm hearing mostly that it's like I don't know, it's something that just sparks a lot of passion within you. That doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It can be, I don't know. Okay, we're going to keep going. What else? Okay. Whoa, okay. So we have the Queen of Cups, which is so interesting because she actually looks a lot like the Death card to me. Let me see. Let me find that Death card real quick. Yeah, look at this. Doesn't that look so similar to the Queen of Cups? And then the Queen of Swords. Huh. They have their backs to each other. You have the Five of Cups on the bottom. They have their backs to each other. And that's just telling me it's like this you think is going to be emotionally fulfilling, but it keeps just like being cut from your life. I think it's like not meant for you or something. You know what I mean? Because they do have their backs to each other. It's almost like this is what you're expecting when you get to the other side here, but this is what you're getting, this cutting energy. And so I am getting strongly that this could be like a relationship because, it's like this is what you're expecting when you get to that relationship. But it's a pattern, right? Like you keep thinking this is what it's going to be, but it keeps ending up like this. You keep thinking it's going to be warm and welcoming and wonderful, but it keeps being cutting and cold, is what I'm hearing. With that Five of Cups on the bottom, it's like, you know what I'm hearing? That it's almost like you've done the cycle 3 times and you want to do it, like you just keep wanting to do it, but it's just not working out. And it's interesting because normally in the Five of Cups the person is looking at the 3 cups, right? They're usually looking at the 3 spilled cups and the 2 cups are behind them, and the 2 cups are behind them, but here they're looking at what's going on out here in the water. And it's like a fish being attacked by an animal. The fish is getting away. It's almost like, but it might get caught, it might not. But it's almost like you're in pursuit of something that's getting away from you. That you think it's going to be like this fish, watery energy, but it's just not. It's just not. Oh, let's see. One more. Let's get one more card for Capricorn, please. Can I have one more card for Capricorn? And it's interesting because I was pointing out here about the moon, and she like has this moon hovering over her cup, and so it's like she has that cup, but then there's like mystery behind it, right? There's unseen things. It's like, it's almost like you're not seeing things as they truly are. Where they're more mysterious, but you're looking at it like it's this vibrant light, but it's more mysterious. And oh my gosh, there's a snake in this card. And so like, that's you, right? You're trying to get this energy, but it's just not happening. That's so interesting. Like, you're waiting for it, but it's never going to be there. It's this. I don't mean to be so negative, but it's just how it's coming out. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which, is like it's a wounded warrior type energy. But with this one, it kind of reminds me of the Seven of Wands, like being defensive. But this person is broken. And what's so interesting? So it's like these two queens are facing away from each other. And this one, maybe this is you and this is the other person. Or vice versa. Everything can always be vice versa. But to you, you're seeing it like this, right? Like, it's hopeful. But over on this side, it's this person looks like they're protecting this person. This could also be kind of like the universe protecting you from something that's not for you, because you keep trying to do it, but it's not for you. And so they keep having to put up these wands and like keeping you from it, right? And they're working really hard because this person has their arm in a sling, and it's just like they've been through a lot. But also, if this is the other person, it feels like they are maybe not necessarily just protecting themselves from you, but they're guarded in general in life. And that's why maybe you think you see this person for something that they aren't, or you see them in one way, but externally they are not that way. Maybe internally they are, maybe spiritually they are, but here on the 3D earth, they are guarded. They have their guards up. They have a sword, but then they're also being protected. And to me, I see this like ravine kind of here as this here, because the sun is shining behind it, and we have the sun over this here. And so it's like you're trying to get over, but when you get over, it's just, there's going to be defenses there. It's just not gonna work. And it's interesting because we have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom, and so that's kind of telling me like that's kind of how you view this situation. It's like your 10 of Pentacles, your ultimate fulfillment, because that's spiritual, emotional, and financial abundance is the 10 of Pentacles. It's like ultimate fulfillment, but it's being stopped. It keeps stopping you. And it's interesting because I was seeing the sun here with this moth on the bottom. It's almost like you keep doing it over and over and over again. Dink, 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 dink. Like, that's what I hear when I hear a moth like go up against the light. You can just hear them like dink, dink, dink. So it's like almost like you're going and going and going, but you're not getting anywhere with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get advice for you now. Let's see. I only have tarot besides the animal spirit. Should I use an animal spirit for advice? Or should I use herb crafters? Hang on. Okay, so let's see. We're going to use herb crafters. Okay, what is the advice for Capricorn regarding this reading, please? What's the advice for Capricorn, please? What's the advice for Capricorn? Okay. now we have it's Iha, I think is how it's pronounced. Iha of Earth, which is like the Page of Pentacles. And Linden, and then on the bottom we have Licorice, 8 of Air, which is like 8 of Swords. And I know, so 8 of Swords is typically like being stuck and not knowing it, and that's exactly what I'm getting. It's almost like, you know, you're stuck in this garden, right? But the door is open. Right here it's closed. With the snake energy, it's closed. But the door is open, but you're not seeing it. There's, you know, brush covering the entrance, but it's there. It's visible. You can see that it's open, but it's almost like you can't bring yourself to go through, because if you look out here, it's clear and open, and it's almost like you can free yourself, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Now with this Iha of Earth, just what I'm getting from the picture is like, it's manipulating something that's difficult to manipulate. You know, they're building something by weaving these sticks between these larger ones, and they're weaving it to build a fence. What was that fence like in here? When I think about the Page of Pentacles, I think about starting new journeys. But this person, they're far along on the fence that they're building. They're coming along. There are holes in it, but I really feel like it's like you're just needing to start to build something else, start something new. Let me look in the book here. I opened right to it, you guys. I feel like that's a sign. Return to a beginner's path. That's the very first word here for it. Return to a beginner's path. So it's almost like you need to let go of whatever it is you've been hanging on to and just start anew. You need to let it go. And I know that's hard, but that's the advice that you're being given. Be flexible as you build your future. Lighthearted as a blossom, grounded as a sheltering tree. And that's the thing, is like, you do come across as lighthearted. It's like you've had passion and the ability to be vulnerable and put yourself out there time and time again in this situation, but it's almost like you're being called to aim that towards something else now, and just kind of put the heartbreaking situation to bed. You know, let it die. Because we did have the death card, you know, like, let that aspect of whatever it is you've been chasing. And I'm not telling you like that your dreams aren't real or worthy. I'm telling you that if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, that it's time to move on, because you're not getting the results that you expected or want, and you're worthy of more than that. Okay? Yeah, so that's your advice, is to just kind of start a new journey, to put whatever it is that you've been dealing with to bed and start a new journey. Okay, so Capricorn, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it resonated, you can like, comment, and I'm hearing that snake in the grass a lot. So I am hearing that, like, whatever it is you've been dealing with, the person, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, I said that weird. It could be like a company you work for or a friend. But it's like it's a snake in the grass, like you're unsuspecting that it's a negative thing, but it is a negative thing. Okay, it's like you have the best hopes for this person or situation, but it's just not the reality, and you have to kind of right here, how I was talking about that coiling at the base of our spine when we awaken. So it's like almost like when you go through this gate, you're going to see things as they are in reality. And I'm not saying that you're delusional. I'm just saying like you've had a lot of hope for something that's just not, it's just not what you want it to be. Okay. So anyway, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being here. Any of your guides that are present, any of my guides that are present, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.